Today we'll be teaching you about parallel and perpendicular lines,
so you can ace your next test.
Parallel lines are two lines that never intersect and have the same slope. Let's see if other people know what they are. What do you think a parallel line is?
A parallel line?
Yes.
Is when they run next to each other in the same exact way.
Yes, thank you. Here we are at the African Plaza. Here we can see two perpendicular lines. A perpendicular line is two lines that intersect at a 90-degree angle. What do you think a perpendicular line is?
I think a perpendicular line is, what is it? Like this?
Now that we know what parallel and perpendicular lines are, we can solve a problem with them. So here we have a problem finding which lines are parallel and perpendicular. We can see that A and B are parallel because they run alongside of each other and they never intersect. Also, this little arrow means that these two lines are parallel, and these two have the same lines also. So how we would write that two lines are parallel are A. So A is parallel to B, and C is parallel to D. And we can see that A and C are perpendicular because they meet at a 90-degree angle. So how we would write that is Godfather, what do you think slope is?
You come here and you ask me what a slope is. A slope is
Our second problem is a little bit harder. It's find the slope of a line that is parallel to y equals 7x over 4 minus 9 and runs through the points 1, negative 3. For this problem, 7 over 4 is our slope. To find a line parallel, we need to plug in our points to the equation. So for y, we're going to put negative 3 and then equals 7 over 4. Instead of x, we're replacing it with 1. So 7 over 4 times 1 plus b, which is going to be our new y-intercept. The next step in our problem is to subtract 7 over 4 from negative 3 to find our y-intercept, since 7 over 4 times 1 is still the same. So we can cross this out and subtract 7 over 4, and then from this side we'll also subtract 7 over 4. For our answer, we get negative 19 over 4, or negative 4.75, making this our y-intercept. For our final equation of a line that is parallel to this, we get y equals 7 over 4x minus 4.75. Now for our last problem, the spicy problem, we're going to be finding the equation of a line that is perpendicular to the line 3x plus 7 and runs through points negative 29 and 17. Okay, so this is the equation, and since we're making it perpendicular, we have to do the negative reciprocal of 3x, which would be negative 1/3 x. So now we need to plug in our points, which are negative 29 and 17. So we would put 17 equals negative 1/3 times negative 29 plus b. Now when we multiply negative 1/3 and negative 29, we get 9.67. So now we have 17 equals 9.67 plus b. So now we'll subtract 9.67 on both sides. So now we have b equals 7.33. So for our final equation, we have y equals negative 1/3 x plus 7.33. Now you're ready to ace your next test.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye!
Bye.